and welcome to your very first ever episode of Global Federation Wrestling. Tonight, in the very first episode, we will be determining who shall be the Tag Team Champions. At some point next week, we will be deciding who shall be the GFW World Champion. And at a point after that, we will be holding a first ever pay-per-view where we will decide an Intercontinental Champion as well. But for right now, we will be just focusing on the Tag Team Championship for this evening. I am your host, Adam, aka Dr. Taco 1982. And as you can see on the screen here, we have all of our teams. We'll just go through a quick introduction of them. We'll see more of them once we actually get into the entrances of the wrestlers themselves. In our first match, we will have the Ministry versus the Real Deal. Our second match will be the Heartbreak Gang versus the Punk Army. Our third match will be Team Canada versus the Pitbulls. And the final match of the opening bouts will be the Alphabet Boys versus a quickly thrown together tag team of the Demon Nolan and Azrael. Most of the other guys are pretty much straight tag teams who should be prepared for this tournament. Just to round out the tournament, a couple of guys were thrown together. So we shall see how they get along. So without any further ado, I'm going to say let's go ahead and get into the first match. For this series of Global Federation Wrestling, we will actually be letting the computer fight. I don't really want to put myself into the situation. Perhaps if I have somebody to play with in the future, we may do like a co-league type thing. But I just feel like if I do it, I'm going to lean a little too heavily towards the people I really like. So I feel like I'd be biased in the match. So I'd really prefer to just let the computer run it. They can decide who will and will not continue. But as we can see, our first match will be the Ministry, consisting of the Prophet and the Acolyte, versus the Real Deal, which is AJ Burton and Tony Zucconi. So we're going to go ahead and
When we return, it's a battle where the participants will need to know where they are at all times.
Like they don't in other battles.
We have a team led by one of our breakout talents in a match I am sure we will not soon forget.
Tonight's going to be all about who can rise to the occasion.
And yes, I know it says Raw on the bottom left. I have a couple of other things that I really need to iron out. But this is not Monday Night Raw. This is Global Federation Wrestling, aka GFW. And this is the very first match in GFW history. And it is the first match in the tag team tournament to decide who will advance to the next round.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall on the way to the ring. At a combined weight of 624 pounds, Alpha and the Omega, the Ministry.
Man, the tag team scene has been on fire of late here in WWE. And I think we're about to see another hot one. This duo has all the makings of being one of the most elite teams to ever grace a WWE ring.
And here they are making their way to the ring. The Ministry. The Prophet is the Omega. And the Acolyte is the Alpha, leading the way and preaching the way of the Prophet. One of the supernatural elements within GFW.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 476 pounds, AJ Burton and Tony Zuccone.
Man, both of these teams are determined to walk away with a win. Something's got to give. Big match for him here tonight.
And now the opponents of the Ministry making their way to the ring. As you heard the announcer say, the real deal, AJ Burton, the taller man in the purple shirt, and Tony Zuccone, the man in the visor and shades. These two gentlemen, very much a powerhouse and a speed team, complementing each other's styles. So we shall see how well they would deal against the supernatural elements of their opponents, the Ministry, tonight. All right, starting out this match, we got AJ Burton and the Acolyte.
Legal men are in the ring and set to start things off here. We're ready to go.
Yeah, it's 2 against 2. We're guaranteed one heck of a battle.
All these tag team superstars are living in the shadow of the APA, but some of them carry themselves all right.
The engine from these Motor City fans is revving high. About the red line, and for this one.
And you can see AJ Burton taking no time, just bringing it to the Acolyte, immediately using the arena as his main weapon.
Business. I understand the idea of being relentless, but I think most would agree repeating a specific move is an unorthodox approach.
Well, this guy seems to think it's going to work. And that's how you do it.
But you can see the striking style of the Acolyte fighting back. Oh, I was about to say, as he was fighting back, oh, we may have a count out with the way things are going. I believe we are at 7.
And he brings the action.
Oh, we're at 8, but the Acolyte throws him back into the ring. There are countouts, there are disqualifications. So there are several different ways to win. Of course, we would like to see pinfalls and submissions, but you can also win by countout.
Well, I've never seen him do that before.
The Prophet now in the ring, trying to take it to AJ Burton. AJ Burton towering over both of his opponents. It seems that he does definitely have the size and reach advantage and possibly the strength advantage.
Oh, check that out. We have a first here this evening.
That was awesome. And he brings his leg crashing down.
Thought we might have seen the first cover of the night there.
He's focusing on the face now.
Oh, a huge power bomb into a pin.
Maybe.
Nope, kick out on one. The Prophet must be digging deep to get some energy to kick out of that. Early power bomb move. But now we're tagging out, bringing in Tony Zucconi. Oh, there it is. That's their finisher, the deal breaker. They may be getting the victory here. No. Again, the Prophet kicking out, taking a huge powerbomb, and then taking the double team deal breaker and still finding a way to stay in this match.
And the strike lands. Huge power move. And the ref sees the tag.
Yeah, smart move there by the Prophet going for his teammate. He has taken a pretty significant beating. The Acolyte is also in a little bit of bad shape from earlier, but we will see how he's going to fare against Tony Zucconi now.
Looks like he's starting to sweat now. He's going to have to cut off his opponent's offense quickly.
But it's important to know that this match has been so evenly contested so far. You really can't pick a winner.
Well said, John. Now is the time for one of these guys to take hold of this match.
Not sure what Tony was trying to accomplish by going outside the ring. Perhaps he's trying to create some separation.
To show signs of fatigue. Heading into this match, he and his partner look extremely confident.
And there's the high-flying style of Tony Zucconi. That is the compliment to AJ Burton.
It might make him stronger.
And on top of that, John, these two guys couldn't be any more evenly matched at this point. He's pulling out all the stops tonight.
The Acolyte feigning two attacks.
Get out of that.
Elbow drop.
But now AJ Burton right back in this, taking it to the Acolyte one more time, going for the cover now. Hello and welcome to GFW, aka Global Federation Wrestling.
Oh man, is he fired up.
You have joined us in the middle of our first match. Oh, and we have now busted open the Acolyte with a huge knee. But you've joined us in our first match of the Ministry, consisting of the Acolyte, the Prophet, the men in green versus the Real Deal,
And he gets the tag.
the men in black and purple. I'm not sure why the Acolyte broke that up, but he broke up the pin in the cover there.
How much damage did that do? A lot.
And again, the Prophet back in there, taking it to AJ Burton. Huge backbreaker. Right now in the ring, the tall gentleman with the blonde hair is AJ Burton. He is currently fighting the Prophet in the green leggings. Oh, we got a huge crucifix toss from the Prophet.
He's sending a message to the entire
Oh, but AJ Burton wanting no part of that, immediately getting out of it. Was that a blind tag? Was that a... That was indeed a tag. The Acolyte now in there, taking on AJ Burton. I think the Acolyte is going for a choke slam. Impressive strength. Choke slamming him.
This might be over, and I mean all over.
But again, now he's got him up. We got another powerbomb maneuver here. Huge powerbomb, stalling hold, strength of the Acolyte. That supernatural strength we were talking about that both these men may have. But AJ Burton kicking out even after all of that damage.
I assure you, you cannot miss a moment of raw.
The Acolyte, though, wasting no time. No time at all. Staying on top of his opponent.
That was some serious punishment.
He was one step ahead on that one. Oh, God, his body's been through hell.
Oh, I think we're going to see that pinning powerbomb again. Yep, there it is. A little too close to the rope, so that is an immediate rope break. Not a lot of smart ring placement for that move.
He was able to reverse that.
And again going for the cover.
Oh, what an escape as he gets the shoulder.
But again, Burton kicks out immediately after a 1.
He simply refuses to stay down. What a reversal.
Burton now really, I think he ought to take a little time to cause some separation and get to his partner. I think he should, he's still going after the Acolyte, wasting, well, I'm about to say wasting no time, but now eyeing him up. He is wasting a lot of time, could be tagging out at this point.
This could be huge.
But still just work. Oh, good Lord, that punch to the head, though. And again, the partner breaking up the tag. We've now seen this from two different people. Yes, the real deal are the purple ones. It's also written on their trunks as well. Or wrestling tights, I guess, in this case. AJ Burton now stalking the Acolyte, waiting for him to get up, but incredibly slow to get up. Yeah, the real deal is definitely in control of this match. We have seen the guys on the real deal take a couple of big hits, but they have been really dishing it out to the Ministry. Tony Zucconi in now against the Acolyte. Tony Zucconi is the smaller gentleman of the real deal. He is the speedster, and I think we are seeing, yes, here it is, the deal breaker one more time. Oh, but this time devastatingly delivered by AJ Burton. But the Acolyte still kicking out. Again, oh, just nice little drop DDT in the back there. But the Acolyte showing that supernatural strength. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it again. That's a huge powerbomb follow-up. And it says, according to that, the official says he kicked out on 2. Which I am amazed that this man is even able to move. Zucconi really needs to get back to his corner, hanging out the wrong side there. But AJ Burton putting him up top. Oh, nope, reverse. Whatever he was going for, the Acolyte wants none of it. Gets down. Irish whip into the corner. Oh, the official is down. Could there be some cheating? No, what do we got here? We got the huge, oh, it's the burial. Now we're going for the pin. But the official still groggy. Oh, the Acolyte gets in the way. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Wow. The Ministry digging deep. Go ahead and see some replays. We saw a lot of this pinning powerbomb move. There is a lot of strength in that. Here is a lot of height, crashing them down to the mat. There's the first deal breaker we saw. It's a terrible, terrible move to try and take. It's a backbreaker across the knee while also being stomped on the chest. It's going to hurt taking it from Tony Zucconi, but it's going to hurt a lot more when you take it from AJ Burton. But the real deal, no matter how much they did, they were not able to find that win tonight. And there we see the burial. That is what they got the victory for the Ministry. Even though the official was groggy, the Acolyte running in, delivering the running DDT to Tony Zucconi, which exhausted him just enough, though, that they were able to capture the 1, 2, 3 and continue on to the next round.
Here are your winners, Alpha and the Omega, the Ministry.
I love a good tag team match, and this one was unforgettable. I mean, these teams,
And again, the Alpha
everything they had, and the WWE
is the Acolyte, and the Omega is the Prophet.
And don't forget, you and I, we have the best seats in the house.
At the risk of getting ahead of myself, if this guy keeps winning matches like that, we better reserve some room for him in the Hall of Fame.
Guys, I have to say, that was an amazing match.
That was a heck of a first match. We still got a lot to go. I believe if I counted correctly, there are going to be 7 matches in total tonight. All these matches will be, yep, we have 7 matches in total, and our first people to move on are the Acolyte and the Prophet, the Ministry, our first winners tonight. They will be facing the winner of the next match between the Heartbreak Gang, consisting of Zach Young and Andy Baker, and the Punk Army, consisting of the Anarchist and the Reaper. And here we go. I do want to apologize for the incredibly long load times, at least in this game.
Going to blow the roof off this place.
Don't buckle up. The hell with it.
We have a team led by a real fan favorite in a match for the record books.
Oh, my.
Yes, the Punk Army. The Punk Army consisting of the Anarchist and the Reaper, which is the team on the right-hand side. They are the Punk Army. And then on the left is Zach Young and Andy Baker, the Heartbreak Gang. So now we will find out which of these two teams will be able to muscle their way in to the semifinal round of the first ever Global Federation Wrestling Tag Team Tournament. Yeah, the Punk Army definitely looks a little more intimidating than the Heartbreak Gang. There's definitely no lying about that. The Heartbreak Gang, though, they might be the underdogs in this match. We got everybody really looking at the Punk Army, but you never know. You never know until that bell rings. And you put boots to asses, as they say, and you find out which team's going to come out on top. Again, like I said, I just want to apologize for these long load times. Unfortunately, with all the custom creations, 2K17 takes its sweet time to get to the match. Well, I guess while we're waiting for it to load, again, welcome to the first ever episode. Oh, actually, we're getting ready for this. We'll go back to that in a minute.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall on the way to the ring. At a combined weight of 470 pounds, handsome Andy Baker and Candyman Zach Young.
We're just moments from the start of this tag team match.
Yeah, let's don't wait any longer. The crowd is ready. I'm ready. Let's go.
This is one of the most talked about entrances in all of WWE.
Well, if it's one of the most talked about entrances in the WWE, it's probably because both of these men have a little bit of a flamboyant fashion sense. So I guess that would make sense that they have a very talked about opening. But now their opponents, the Punk Army, will be making their way to the ring.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 405 pounds, the Anarchist and the Reaper.
You know, guys, with matchups like this, it's no wonder the WWE has the longest-running episodic television show in history.
Yeah, matchups like these and the King.
This duo has all the makings of being one of the most elite teams to ever grace a WWE ring.
And again, the two men, the Anarchist and the Reaper. The Anarchist is the one with the black and white striped mohawk and face paint. The Reaper is a man crawling backwards into the ring with a triple mohawk. Making other people is something that will be discussed at a future date. Right now, I have the lineups all set, but that is always subject to change.
Both legal men are in the ring and set to start things off here. We're ready to go.
I want to point out, it's important to mesh with your partner in a tag match. You don't necessarily have to like them, but if you're not on the same page, you're probably going to lose.
Can't wait to see which one of these teams will be standing at the end.
Well, these Toronto fans have seen some great matches over the years, but this one might surpass them all.
As I starting this match, we do have Andy Baker from the Heartbreak Gang. The one in pink kind of stands out. Versus the Anarchist, who is immediately tagging out to the Reaper. So as I was going to say, the Anarchist was starting this match, but instead tagging out to the Reaper, the other partner of the Punk Army.
Well. That's the first time tonight we've seen that move.
I wouldn't mind seeing it a little more often.
And right now, it definitely seems like Andy is definitely handling business in the ring.
That was rough.
Again, taking it right to the Reaper. Oh, got him up with a huge, it almost looked like a bear hug, and instead it was just a front slam spine buster. And now just giving him a little departing elbow shot before he gets out of there. And now Zach Young with the Irish whip. Oh, went for an elbow, got blocked. Oh, and there's a spinebuster bomb from the Reaper.
Completely immobile, and he may be immobile after much more of this abuse.
And that's why the adage holds true. There's a first time for everything.
I think you're right. I believe that's the first time he's ever attempted this.
Here we see Zach Young getting him up. Looks like he's getting him straight into, yep, there it is, a suplex.
It certainly is now.
And it's going to be hurting for a while.
Taking this type of punishment must be damaging to his sternum.
Damaging to his entire chest.
2 times the elbow drop. I'll say, will we see a third? No, this time a stomp. And now working on the shoulder and arm.
Focus to punish an opponent like this.
Yeah, you really have to enjoy hurting someone.
Now going to bring his opponent back to the corner. Thus far, the Punk Army in pretty bad shape. The Heartbreak Gang definitely taking some control here early in this match, keeping them separated after that initial tag. Going for the first cover of the match. Kicking out on a 2. Now Andy Baker, not sure if taunting or, oh yeah, definitely taunting and going for just a kick to the side of the head. Wasting time taunting, should have been going after him. Now the Anarchist getting into the ring. But not after the Reaper delivers his own parting shot with the back body drop.
Well, I've never seen him do that before.
Oh, that can't feel good.
So we're seeing a lot of mat work tonight from these two teams. Keeping your opponent grounded is never a bad idea, though.
I assume his partner is just itching to get in there right about now.
And Michael, this might very well be where one of these guys pulls away from the other.
But nope, the Anarchist pretty much ignoring that hold, getting out of it, and getting him up to what looks like, yep, an electric chair drop right in the middle of the ring. The Anarchist wasting a little bit of time, and Andy Baker falls down to the ground. I thought we were going to see a tag, instead going up to the second rope. Spending a little too much time taunting again. Oh, but catches him with a diving European uppercut. Again going for a cover. The Anarchist kicks out after 2. Again, causing the separation from the partner, bringing him to the corner. Oh, I thought we were going to see another double team move. Instead, the Anarchist gets out of it and gets him into what looks like a Cobra clutch. I could be wrong, though.
He's on his heels. Rather than continuing to absorb any more punishment.
Thought we might see a submission move instead. Oh, wait, we are seeing a submission move now. I'll say it looks like he can almost reach those ropes if he can just move. But no, instead gets out of it, gets him off his back. That looks like it put a ton of pressure onto the spine. So Andy Baker could be in a little bit of trouble. Boom, the tag team finisher. Going for the cover now. 1, 2, 3, and there you go. The Punk Army fighting from behind most of the match, but getting away with the victory after that huge tag team finisher. I've been trying to toss around. Not everything is named yet. I'm trying to leave some stuff open. But I'm definitely thinking about their finisher could be called the stage dive. But there we saw it again. The Anarchist coming in, intercepting Zach Young, so the pin would not be interrupted. And the Punk Army now moving on to face the Ministry in the next round of the GFW tournament.
I love a good tag team match, and this one was unforgettable. I mean, these teams gave us everything they had, and the WWE Universe is the true winner in this one.
And don't forget, you and I, we had the best seats in the house. I have a feeling they're going to be talking about this win for a while.
Social media has been buzzing over this Raw match ever since it began, and now that it's over, I actually anticipate it intensifying.
There we go. We get a look at the updated bracket. Winning in their first round match against the Heartbreak Gang, the Punk Army moves on to take on the Ministry in the semifinals. But now we're going to be moving on to the third match of the night. We're going to be seeing Team Canada versus the Pitbulls. Team Canada consists of Everett. He's got a long name, so we'll hear it in a moment. And Braden Bacon against opponents Jesus Batista and Samuel Martinez of the Pitbulls.
When we return, it's a battle where the participants will need to know where they are at all times.
Like they don't in other battles.
We have a team led by one of the best talents on the roster to date versus the Pitbulls.
Man, with these two teams clashing, anything can happen.
And this is now the third match of the first ever Global Federation Wrestling episode. I just want to welcome everybody again. And tonight, the tag team titles will be decided. Our first two teams, as we saw a moment ago, the Ministry and the Punk Army, will be facing each other in the semifinals. These two teams will now also be deciding the next team making it into the semifinals. This week, like I said, the Tag Team Championship will be decided at an undetermined date at the moment. The World Heavyweight Championship will be decided again in a tournament fashion next week. After that, we will be having a pay-per-view style event where probably all of the championships will be on the line, but a new championship, the Intercontinental Championship, will be up for grabs. And after next week's tournament, it will be kind of explained exactly who will be fighting for the Intercontinental Championship. I hope you guys really like everything you're seeing tonight. If you have interest in GFW, just remember to subscribe to the channel. That way you can see when we'll be streaming, hit notifications, and all that fun stuff. You can also definitely follow on Twitter at NTTF_show. I will post out updates about streams and announcements of that such. In addition to GFW, I will be doing some 2K18 gameplay as well. We just had a Survivor Series prediction stream the other night. I will be doing a Clash of Champions prediction stream. Usually those will take place the night before the actual WWE pay-per-view event. There is some stuff that I want to discuss towards the end of the event once we find out who our tag team champions are. Just kind of, a little celebration at the end for our champions. But then also discussing the future of Global Federation Wrestling. But let's get into our entrances.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall on the way to the ring. At a combined weight of 508 pounds, Braden Buster Bacon and Everett Edward Emerson.
We're just moments from the start of this tag team match.
Yeah, let's don't wait any longer. The crowd is ready. I'm ready. Let's go. And these teams have been waiting for this one, and so have I.
These two guys are probably my favorite team in this tournament. Huge Team Canada fan. This is one of the reasons that I did not want to play the matches, and I just wanted them to let the PC decide it. I'm too biased.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 441 pounds, Jesus Batista and Samuel Martinez, the Pitbulls.
The combination of these two competitors looks nearly unstoppable.
Tremendous tag team competition coming up here.
And now making their way to the ring. And their first ever GFW debut, the Pitbulls, Samuel Martinez and Jesus Batista. Jesus, the short-haired gentleman, and Samuel, the long-haired. Each one almost seems to be representing their own country, and that's kind of the point of a GFW. We try to have a lot of people from around the world. So in this match, we've got Team Canada versus sort of Team Mexico. But they are the Pitbulls.
Both legal men are in the ring and set to start things off here. We're ready to go.
Well, I know one thing's for certain. We're going to get our money's worth in this one.
It's all about working with your teammate here. Can't let your ego get involved in a tag team match.
But hey, when the WWE comes to the city that never sleeps, great action is always on tap.
And again, we see a very similar contrast to like the Real Deal. You got Braden, who is definitely the muscles of the group, who is currently in the ring against Jesus Batista. And then you have Everett, who is the speedster, the high flyer, the stick and go.
Heading into this match, he and his partner look extremely confident.
Bucko, we're going to see what this guy is made of.
Well put, and I'm certain he has.
Braden there taking a little time to boast after that knee drop.
The last time he executed that maneuver.
Jesus, though, smart move, getting out of there, going to tag his partner. Now we're going to see Samuel Martinez, see what he can deliver to the pretty much overwhelming power of Braden Bacon thus far. Now it looks like they're trying to go for something, but Samuel, though, with that fireman scoop over counter, trying to get him up for a huge power bomb.
I mean, it's definitely a first tonight.
This is great. This guy will try anything.
That sit-down power bomb. Thought we would. Oh, and there we got a running belly-to-belly suplex.
What a slam.
That was a perfectly executed slam.
The median to kind of looks like a modified camel clutch.
There's a first time for everything.
And then a huge just right hand across the face. And he gets him up for the sidewalk slam. And again, stalking him. We could be seeing his finisher. And he gets him up. Boom! Delivers the crashing blow right in the middle of the ring. Going for the cover. The official, though, yelling at Jesus Batista. And a kick out on 2 by Samuel. Now tagging out to the fresh partner, Everett. Curious to see what kind of leaping outside. And here you go. There's that high-flying action of Everett. A nice springboard elbow drop to the back of Samuel. But, oh, good Lord. Some sort of flipping back. And again, he has some high-flying moves of his own. That second rope moonsault.
He's pulling out all the stops tonight.
Perhaps it was a mistake for Braden to tap out there. Or tag out, my apologies. Oh! It looked like almost like I thought he was going for a torture rack, and instead it was like a torture rack slam.
This is what makes him so dangerous.
Samuel just having his way with Everett. Braden watching from the ropes. I really do think he may be regretting his decision to tag out. He definitely had control of this match.
Tag team match is dangerously close to getting out of control for him.
You know,
Now Samuel throwing him out of the ring, but he keeps himself on the apron. Oh, and Everett just delivering a blow to the face.
it can't be pleasant.
And again, Samuel tossing him outside.
Too much to give up now, Cole.
Oh, and now a blow to the face of his own, sending him down to the ground.
Out of the ring. Now what's going to happen? He's having a seriously hard time.
And again, there are countouts and there are disqualifications.
Back inside the ring now.
So if they want to have a better chance of winning, they would want to go for the 3 count in the ring. Everett about to say with a very weak slam. But oh, a nice little split leg moonsault from the corner.
I think he's through playing around.
And there we go. Oh, there's a spin out power bomb. Thought he might go for a cover. Instead, just spin out power bomb there in the middle of the ring.
You don't want to get
And again, Samuel throwing him out of the ring. Everett keeping the wherewithal, though, to stay on the apron. Now a strong Irish whip to the corner.
We got a tag. Playing mind games.
And now we're bringing him in. Oh, I think here it comes. Wait, Jesus is in the ring. He's getting out. But yes, here it is. It's the Canadian Avalanche. Braden now going for the cover on Samuel. Everett, oh, trying to go for the shoulder tackle and missing. But that is 3. Team Canada winning it with the Canadian Avalanche over the Pitbulls. Here we see that huge spin out sidewalk slam from Braden. Into that like one-arm DDT maneuver. But neither of those were quite enough to win them the match early on. And there again, that looks like, I thought he was going for that torture rack. But it was just like a slam. There we saw the spin out powerbomb. And there it is, the Canadian Avalanche. The finishing move of Team Canada. Everett trying to run interference on Jesus, just misses. But then caught him as he came in, denying him the opportunity to break up the pin. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen, Team Canada.
You want to talk about a tag team war? We most definitely witnessed just that. This was from bell to bell, a clinic in tag team wrestling. Kudos to everyone.
I love tag team matches, and that was one of the best I've seen in a while. Wow, I can't believe the amount of punishment that had to be inflicted in order for those shoulders to stay down for a 3 count.
And these are possibly the 2 most energetic guys in the whole tournament.
Like we just saw.
Again, I'm biased. I would love to see Team Canada go all the way, but you know, I can't do that. I can't, you know, I have to stay impartial. Maybe one day I'll have a co-host and I can be the good guy, you know, announcer and be like, oh, it's Team Canada, they're the best. While the other person's like, boo, they're poopy heads, they're no good. I like the bad guys. But until that point, we will be letting the PC decide who does what. Now it's our final entry match. We got the Alphabet Boys consisting of Q and X taking on the last minute team of normally singles competitors, the Demon Nolan and Azrael. We have a pretty deep tag team division. We're definitely going to want to round it out in the future, just to get one more team in there. Let's go ahead and start the match.
Is next, and it's happening right here. Don't go away. We have a team led by a real fan favorite versus a formidable opposition, to say the least.
I like the looks of both these teams.
But as GFW grows, we can definitely look to see the roster grow and change as well. But again, we have on the left the Alphabet Boys, possibly some of the most eccentric people. I mean, we did see the Heartbreak Gang. I would say they're also a touch eccentric. But we do have a third member of the Alphabet Gang who's not currently here. So representing the Alphabet Gang tonight are Q, the big man in green with the Q, and X, the smaller man with the little pigtails. He is X, as shown by the X on his face and the X on his garb. Firsting the team of with the giant wolf tattoo coming out of him, that is the Demon Nolan and his tag team partner Azrael. So we'll see if the thrown together team can find a little bit of cohesiveness to take on the already preformed team of the Alphabet Boys.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall on the way to the ring. At a combined weight of 526 pounds, X and Q.
Four of WWE's finest squaring off in what will assuredly be an exciting tag team encounter. Oh man, I'm really looking forward to this tag team match.
But see, if anything, the Alphabet Boys will probably be the most recognizable wrestlers in GFW. They gladly and proudly wear their letters upon them. They take that Alphabet Boy name very seriously. But in case you're curious, Q is the tall one in green, and X is the smaller one in purple. Hey, welcome back. Appreciate you joining us for more GFW action. We're down to our final match in the first round of the Alphabet Boys versus the team of the Demon Nolan, who is making his way to the ring now, and the Demon Nolan's partner, Azrael. I do have 2K18.
From the pits of hell, weighing in at 220 pounds, Demon Nolan.
Two teams will enter, but only one will leave as the victors. There's no denying that this is a tremendous tag team combination. Reminds me of the old APA.
Yeah, I do have WWE 2K18. I had put together all this stuff for 2K17 months and months and months ago, and this is the first night of actually running it. Well, hey, congratulations on getting a PS4 and 2K18 on Christmas. 2K18 is a great game. It improves on a lot of stuff that's in 2K17. A lot more creativity is probably my favorite part of it. So perhaps we may see a jump in the future from 2K17 to 2K18. But for right now, like I said, everybody's already on 2K17, so that's probably what we're going to be running with.
Undoubtedly have his hands full when these two teams collide.
Texas crowds never disappoint, especially here in Austin.
Yeah, the carry system is a lot of fun. I'm still kind of finding my way around it, but it is definitely a lot of fun to just randomly pick up your opponent and start tossing them around the ring. And if you thought the Ministry was the only competitors in GFW to have little supernatural backing on their side, that's not true. We have both Demon Nolan and Azrael, who also have seemed to tap into the spiritual world for their powers.
Both legal men are in the ring and set to start things off here. We're ready to go.
Well, a team is only as strong as its weakest link, and time will tell who's the weak link here tonight.
Can't wait to see which one of these teams will be standing at the end.
But hey, looks and sounds like these Austin fans are locked and loaded and ready to see how this thing unfolds.
And X is the high-flying member of the team, wasting no time, already going to the top rope. Looks like he may be delivering a spinning wheel kick to the Demon Nolan, the starting competitor for the team of Demon Nolan and Azrael.
His tag team match can get out of hand quickly if he doesn't mount an offense soon.
I'll say Demon Nolan's smart move there. Was getting worked pretty hard, rolled outside. Oh, I'll say looks like he got a, no, and again reversed. I'll say I thought X kind of had it from the beginning, but now Demon Nolan finally getting in there. Huge Samoan drop. Definitely a smart tag, though, going out to Azrael right now. X, though, wasting no time, getting him in a submission hold pretty early in the match, considering his opponent just came in. Huge sling blade taking him down. And now he also working on X's leg. Sorry, not leg, arm. I don't know what I'm talking about. Not sure what he was going for. A bit of a botch there from Azrael. He definitely caught him with his legs, but I don't think he was getting everything he wanted with that leap off the ropes.
What a match.
Yeah, well, at this point, he may want to think about finding a way to take a breather.
Looks like X was getting ready for maybe a spinning clothesline, but Azrael getting out of the way of that and delivering, oh, a huge face buster. Now Azrael moving him up top. What do we got here? Looks like he's setting him up. Looks like we might getting a superplex here. Top rope superplex. Rolling him over, though. Getting him up immediately for another... Oh, for a Falcon Arrow there in the middle of the ring. And again tossing him to the corner. And this time, ooh, tossing him into the second turnbuckle. Oh, and I thought he might have been going for a finishing move, and instead gets countered into the fireman's carry takedown.
That's the first time tonight we've seen that move.
I wouldn't mind seeing it a little more often.
He's really taking over this match now. With this kind of attack, you have to wonder just how much longer they can compete in this match.
Yeah, I completely agree. The way things are going in there, I'd say not much longer.
I'd say Azrael now setting him up again in the center of the ring.
That'll have you worrying about long
Another kind of version of the Falcon Arrow again.
We got to cover. I'm a bit surprised that we saw a pin attempt here, King. I don't think he's done nearly enough to get the 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I absolutely agree. He's showing the heart of a warrior here tonight.
Again, gets him up. There's that face buster again, and this time busting open X's face. Well, thank you for the sub, friend. It's much appreciated.
Really tired now. That tank of his has to be reading empty.
It has to be, King.
Looks like Azrael's trying to go for the tag, but unfortunately X's head is in the way.
Good Lord, that wasn't even close. So that is
But X now going for the arm bar. Out of nowhere going for another submission move.
maybe no stopping him.
That could be a last desperation attempt by X there to try and get back in this match, though. Really needs to get out to his partner. Oh, a bridging, what is that, a Northern Light suplex, I believe? I'll say the Demon Nolan running interference on Q. Azrael not being able to finish it out, though. Q, though, really needs to get back to his corner, maybe so his partner can get over there.
Looking to make a statement here.
And again, looking for another submission move right in the middle of the ring this time.
Helpless to resist the submission hold.
He's taking some offense. And you have to assume his partner is just itching to get in there right about now.
Azrael, though, thought he was going for the tap. Instead, finds a way to power his way out of it. Again, if I was X at this point, I would be going to my corner, desperately trying to get out for a tag, and bringing in the powerhouse of the Alphabet Boy team, Q. And I think we might finally be seeing that. Nope, again, Azrael counters out and gets him again for that slam into the second turnbuckle.
This match has taken so much out of this guy.
But instead of capitalizing, gloating in the corner. Possibly a mistake. We now see X trying to get up. Oh, and he does get the opportunity to get in Q. So now we will see what kind of damage Q can do. Huge rising knee. And going for an early pin. Not gonna lie, it's not a bad idea to go for a cover. It can wear your opponent out trying to kick out. But I don't think a rising knee is gonna hold him down at this point. And Q, I hate to break it to you, buddy, not a lot to gloat about. Your team is pretty behind in this match. Oh, but a huge takedown there from Q. Q now manhandling him to the middle of the ring. And a huge right-handed punch.
Look at the attack here.
Oh, man. Talk about a direct hit.
He saw that one coming. We know what's coming here.
Oh! Azrael with a huge finishing move. Exo interfering, talking to the official.
But nothing that can't be overcome.
1, 2, and getting out of it. That's a pretty bold prediction about Q and X gonna win. Oh, that was like a reverse Hurricane Rana, like pile driver. Innovative attacks by Azrael right now. Nice block by Q. If Q can get in there, ooh, nice. Oh, I thought that was a spear, and I think instead it was a reverse. I think Azrael instead reverses a spear into a DDT.
He's looking at it again. He's not looking good here.
And again with that, not sure what to call that one yet. I know it's a Styles Clash, but not sure what to call that yet. Q again kicking out of it. A lot of strength.
On the line here in this tag team encounter, but only two of these competitors wound up getting what they came for. The win.
Q though getting him up. Looks like a pump handle slam. No, a pump handle toss.
And at this point, you have to wonder if he can recover from this.
Again, taunting. I don't think that's his best option right now after taking a few huge moves.
The next time he sees an opening.
But a leg drop taking Azrael down to the mat, and now, about to say, trying to pick him up. Azrael wanting no part of it.
Looks like he's pinpointing the back.
And now going for the cover. One. Oh, just after a one. Not even nearly enough.
Believe me when I tell you,
I would love to hear your name for it.
A textbook reversal. Can he follow? Look at this.
Oh, good Lord. If we thought that right hand earlier was devastating, just another right, just slobber knocker. But the Demon Nolan coming in, breaking it up.
Oh, his body has to be broken right now.
I like it. I like Demon Devastation. That's very good. You know what? That's what we're going to go with. The next time he delivers that move, he will be delivering the Demon Devastation.
Most tumultuous period. Be sure to check out the Monday Night War on WWE Network. You don't see that move every day. Oh, he missed.
Oh, nobody home that time.
Q now got him up. Oh, we got a military press drop.
Last time he executed that maneuver.
Look at this.
Bringing in X now.
I'm not sure he can get back to his feet.
Shoulders down. This could be
X just running in for the pin. But Azrael still well within this match. He hasn't taken a whole heck of a lot of damage. He has taken that huge punch and the military press. That seem to be the two biggest things he's taken. However, if he tags out to the Demon Nolan. Taking a little bit of time to brag there before he gets in. He did start this match, but he tagged out relatively quickly. So he's still pretty fresh.
Keep doing it. The freeze may give him a cold. He makes the tag. On the offensive here.
Now I'm a little surprised that X has tagged out so quickly. Another cover by Q. After one, again, like I said, Demon Nolan is pretty fresh in this match. Official? No, you're not going to say anything about that? Okay, Q pretty openly undoing that top turnbuckle. Apparently, there's pretty loose officiating in GFW.
And will this be it? It may be.
Q kicking out of it after a 2 count.
A little showboating going on here.
But that exposed turnbuckle could pose a problem. And now Q getting busted open. Both Alphabet Boys now bleeding from the face.
This explosion of offense come from? Really pushing his opponent to the limit here. We might be seeing the beginning.
Oh, Demon Nolan with a huge jumping punch. Now working on the arm. Q, though, no part of it, has him up immediately. I figured if he was going to throw him into a turnbuckle, would have thrown him into the exposed one, but I guess not. What are we setting him up for, Q? We're getting up there. Oh, a huge sidewalk slam from the second rope.
He saw that one coming. If he keeps up this pace,
I'll say, I'm not sure what Demon Nolan was going for there, but that is a lot of man to try and lift up, so I'm not surprised Q was able to reverse that. Oh, and there's the turnbuckle coming into play now. That exposed metal turnbuckle slamming into Demon Nolan's back.
as a precaution, damaged ribs like that can make it hard to breathe.
Cover here. What
But I think that's the first time we've really seen Demon Nolan take a 2 count. He's been kicking out on 1. And again, another huge right hand across the face.
He needs to find a way to create some space or else this thing's over.
Well said, Michael. And he's already gone to his finisher twice. Trying for it again at this point might just be a grave tactical error.
Oh, wow. Who would have thought this match would be as evenly contested as it is?
We will have to see. It's, I believe Q's finisher is technically the weapon of mass destruction. The knockout punch, essentially. And a huge Satan spear from the Demon Nolan. Dragging him away from the ropes. Smart move, going for the cover. That was a little too much for X to take. In the ragtag team of the Demon Azrael. Maybe that's what their tag team will be. They'll be the Demon Azrael. But no, Demon Nolan and Azrael finding a way to work together and taking out the team of Q and X, the Alphabet Boys. Here we're just seeing a lot of the highlights. There was that Northern Light suplex, get him in place. And again, we saw a couple of those huge turnbuckle face smashes. But here was the deciding factor, the Satan Spear right there towards the side of the ring. Demon Nolan, though, having the wherewithal to take his opponent away from the ropes, get away from the rope break, and getting the 1-2-3. I'm very surprised Q did not really make an attempt to come in. May not have been able to do anything anyways, as Azrael was running interference.
Here are your winners, Demon Nolan and Azrael.
You want to talk about a tag team war? We most definitely witnessed just that. This was from bell to bell, a clinic in tag team wrestling. Kudos to everyone.
I love tag team matches, and that was one of the best I've seen in a while.
That's a big win right there. Anytime you pin another WWE competitor's shoulder to the mat for the 3 count, you should be proud.
You're going to be hard-pressed to find action like what we just saw anywhere else, but right here on Raw.
But there we go with that match. The opening matches of the Global Federation Wrestling Tag Team Championship Tournament has been decided. We're now moving on to the semifinals, where we will be seeing the Ministry versus the Punk Army. If you're just joining us, the Ministry took out the Real Deal in the first round, and the Punk Army took out, if memory serves me, the Heartbreak Gang.
Course, and it's happening right here. We have a team led by one of our breakout talents in a match that will be etched in the record books.
I'm going to tell you something. This should be a classic.
Now, as this is a tournament being held in one night to decide the GFW Tag Team Championship. It is an endurance match. All the pain that these men have taken from the beginning, opening bell, is going to be carrying over. Now, they've had a little bit of time to rest in between each match, but it's going to be hard to come back from a lot of those bumps and bruises. But it is interesting to see that in the semifinals, we have 2 teams that are consisting of the supernatural element. The Ministry on the left, going from left to right, the Prophet and the Acolyte, finding a way to dig deep against the Real Deal, who I thought was going to take it in the first round. But instead, they reached out to whatever power they had within and found a way to capitalize and win. And then the Punk Army, who had a bit of a back and forth battle with the Heartbreak Gang, definitely found their way to get their victory as well. So it'll be interesting to see if these teams with the supernatural powers are going to take it and possibly meet in the final match tonight, or if the Punk Army can find a way to stage dive to victory. And again, thank you for coming out to the first ever episode of Global Federation Wrestling, aka GFW. I am Adam, aka Dr. Taco 1982. And if you're liking what you're seeing, definitely would suggest, throwing down a subscribe. That way you'll definitely see the next time we have any GFW stuff going on. Unscheduled at the moment is the GFW World Heavyweight Championship. It will be at a point next week. We will have a whole load of new contenders, all fresh faces. None of the tag team people will be in that immediately for the championship belt contention. But after that, we will be having a pay-per-view-esque event, and the Intercontinental Championship will also be decided. But the other belts will probably all be on the line as well. But now we're going to get into the entrances.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall on the way to the ring. At a combined weight of 624 pounds, Alpha and the Omega, the Ministry.
You can follow this match on social media, trending worldwide under the hashtag WWE Tag Match.
Yeah, I'm looking at my Cole, wait a minute, you unfriended me. It's going to be tough to beat last week's Raw, but matches like this one might just help put it over the top.
And again, the Ministry is the Alpha, is the Acolyte, leading the way for the Prophet, who is the Omega. And we saw them win their match earlier with their tag team finisher, the Burial. So perhaps they will be able to find a way to build off their earlier victory and take out the Punk Army.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 405 pounds, the Anarchist and the Reaper.
If you're just tuning in, we have a big tag team matchup for you tonight.
This is going to be a great one. This guy's a stud. I don't see many losses in his future.
And again, now making their way to the ring, Punk Army, after a back and forth victory with the Heartbreak Gang. Top left corner is the Anarchist coming in at the top of the ring, and the Reaper coming in at the bottom of the ring. We saw them also win with their tag team finisher, the Stage Dive. So we're going to have to see if the Ministry has any more of that supernatural power to tap into. Because again, the two of them took a lot of damage in that very first round match. So we'll see how much they have left to give in this semi-final round.
We're ready to go.
Yeah, this tag team match is up for grabs right now. All these tag team superstars are living in the shadow.
Welcome to the stream. What is up? What is up is the GFW Tag Team Tournament for the Tag Team Championship. That is what is up. We have the Ministry, the men in the green and gray tights, versus the Punk Army in the black and white. Right now we have in the ring the Acolyte up on the second rope, going just for a simple kick in the face, and looks like a hammer blow against the head of the Anarchist. Right now, it's definitely looking like the Ministry is finding a way to take the advantage early in this match. Now the Acolyte using a lot of agility, a lot of balance, and that nice clubbing blow to the shoulder.
The frequency of this move is becoming deliberate at this point, to say the least.
No kidding. Over and over and over again.
I'll say the Anarchist, though, finally given the... Oh. He reversed whatever was coming, got him in that side headlock for a moment.
And there he goes.
Oh, but the Acolyte having none of it. Now we're going outside. It's like, I know it does say on their trunks, I believe it is anyone, any place, anywhere. I don't really think that's what they wanted to do right now, though, is take this match outside.
This match is as even as it could get.
It's a good point, John. And I'd say this match is about as even as it could get at this point.
Oh, there's a huge, like, almost tilt-a-whirl slam right there on the outside. Perhaps not the smartest of moves to start working on the head on the outside. We are up to 6. There are countouts. So there could very well be a double countout in this match.
Well, Michael, he certainly thinks he'll have better success outside the ring than in it. We'll see if that holds true.
Oh, man. But this
We are now up to 8. And no, the Anarchist throws the Acolyte inside, and we're going to try and finish the match in here.
And finish this thing. He's putting those educated feet to good use.
Thank you for the subscription.
Now, why did he do that? A move like that's low. It's appalling, if you ask me. Totally disrespectful.
I don't really think a backbreaker is that disrespectful, but to each their own. Why am I playing 2K17? The main reason is that I've been kind of lazy. I had set up this whole GFW thing months ago, well before 2K18 came out. And I just have not I have 2K18, but I didn't really feel like remaking everybody in 2K18. There's a lot of assets I haven't found. So perhaps in the future we may move up to 2K18, but for right now, we're going with 2K17. Oh, and a huge clothesline to the outside. The Prophet now reaping what the Reaper has to give. All right, I'm sorry, that was terrible.
Showing signs of pulling away here.
I couldn't have said it better myself, which is a little scary considering it came from your mouth, JBL.
And again, the action spilling outside. Neither team really seemed to be worrying about a double countout or a countout in general.
Look at the way he drives his shoulder into his opponent's midsection.
I thought we might be seeing some table action here in a second.
Second time's a charm. It looks like we're going to see what kind of pain they can inflict out here on the floor.
2K17 had some good stuff and it had some bad stuff. I feel like it definitely was a big improvement over 2K16. I didn't care for 2K16 as much. 2K18 still has a few things that aren't great, but it is a definite improvement over 2K17. I think it has a lot of user friendliness. We may be seeing a double count out here. What? Oh, it's a double count out. I was not anticipating this happening. Neither team being able to find their way in. Okay, but I guess because it is a tournament, well, that's good to know. I did not know that. A double count out, no decision, means we're just going to get right back into it and start over.
Let's do it. But I know one thing for sure. If history is any guide, this night will be epic and awesome.
He's stalking his opponent from the top.
Now the Anarchist going way up top. Way up top. And just catching him with a cross body.
Just making his presence felt there.
Now the Acolyte tagging in the Prophet. A little parting shot of a blow to the face.
That could break a rib or two.
Catching him. Looks like he catches him with a huge forearm.
Well, moves like that at this stage are not to win any match. They're just used to send a message.
Yeah, I think this guy's really showboating now.
His chest may be black and blue after this.
I 100% agree with that. Hot tags is probably... hot tags and carrying are probably my two favorite things added. Pulling down the ropes was really cool too. I really do love the hot tags though. It really does increase the realism in tag matches.
He's wild in there.
Oh, the Reaper greatly interfering with the Prophet on the top rope and just suplexing him to the outside. Now, we may not see a double count out. We may see a single count. Nope. The Anarchist now running outside. Oh, and a nice German suplex. And both members of the Punk Army now just working hardcore on the Prophet.
He's starting to feel it here. Headed into this match, he and his partner look extremely confident.
I'll say the Anarchist and the Prophet are the legal men. Perhaps this time we will see the Anarchist get inside the ring to avoid it.
My God, his body's been through.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
And I hope we can get a doctor out here.
And yeah, I mean, if you're definitely liking what you're seeing, subbing is the best way to keep up to date on all future GFW stuff. And again, somebody get inside. No, that's it. No double count out this time. This time the Anarchist finding his way to just keep the Prophet down outside and getting that 10 count. Let's say almost stalling too long, but sneaking inside just before the 10.
The Anarchist and the Reaper.
I love a good tag team match, and this one was unforgettable. I mean, these teams gave us everything they had, and the WWE Universe is the true winner in this one.
And don't forget you and I. We have the best seats in the house.
This guy impressed the hell out of me tonight, Michael. What a victory.
I couldn't agree more.
But there you go. In our first semifinal round, the Punk Army getting a win. Not really getting a win in the way you want to see, especially in a tournament like this, but getting a win over the Ministry and moving on to the finals. Getting that, again, like I said, there are countouts, there are disqualifications. So the Punk Army utilizing the officials' 10 count and winning that match. But we're going to go ahead and move on to our next semifinal match, where we're going to see Team Canada take it to
when we return, it's a battle
the mishmash team of Demon Nolan and Azrael.
We have a team led by one of the best talents on the roster to date in a match of epic proportions.
I don't know who to thank for putting these two teams against each other, but let me just say thanks.
Tonight, that so far has been the only count out. They've gotten close a couple of times. So, you know, hopefully we don't see that again. But again, a win is a win. The Punk Army definitely, you know, they seem to be the kind of people that will get a victory wherever they can get it. So a count out isn't too surprising for a team like that to get it. But like I said, now we've got the team of Everett and Braden, that's from left to right, of Team Canada versus the team of, from again, left to right, Demon Nolan and Azrael. Demon Nolan and Azrael, actually single competitors, but a team thrown together to round out the tag team tournament. Very surprised to see them getting a big win over the Alphabet Boys in the first round. I figured a tried and true team would stand a little bit of a better chance against two guys who may not have had a lot of time to work out a game plan, but instead they found a way to win. And then the highly, highly energetic Team Canada, early in the match, really ran things with Braden, the muscle of the team. A little bit of back and forth with Everett, but finding a way to close out the match with the Canadian Avalanche. So we'll see if they can take their high energy and bring it to this match and get them to move on. or we'll see if the Supernatural is on the side of the Demon Nolan and Azrael. Thus far, all of these wrestlers that you're seeing, except for, I believe, one set, the Ministry was created by my friend. All the wrestlers you're seeing on here were created by yours truly. A lot of the assets and stuff were from the community. Going forward, I would like to discuss with, the regular viewers of GFW, once we get past episode 1, aka the pilot, about, if you want to make created stuff or if you have an interest in getting involved, I'm certainly open to that to help branch it out. Right now, we've got our entrances making their way to the ring first. Team Canada.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall on the way to the ring. At a combined weight of 508 pounds, Braden Buster Bacon and Everett Edward Emerson.
4 of WWE's finest squaring off in what will assuredly be an exciting tag team encounter.
A pay-per-view quality matchup about to kick off right here on Monday Night Raw.
I was saying, if you're just joining us, you can definitely see why I said probably the most energetic team in the tag team division. Team Canada, Everett with the star glasses, Braden with the beanie.
And their opponents first, from the pits of hell, weighing in at 220 pounds, Demon Nolan.
If you're just tuning in, we have a big tag team matchup for you tonight.
This is going to be a great one.
It's matches like this that make WWE the most watched show on cable week after week.
Yes, I definitely do enjoy the Creation Suite in 2K18. Leaps and bounds above the other ones. The only thing that I have found with 2K18 that I've thought to be a bit of a drag, and maybe I just haven't found a setting for it, or 10 to 1 it's probably just a built-in feature, when you stream it or record gameplay, it won't record the music, and I think that's the game's way of trying to be like, so you don't get the copyright strikes and stuff like that. But it's, like I said, I may have to look deeper or find a way around it. I don't know. But yeah, I definitely enjoy the Creation Suite more. I've downloaded a lot of wrestlers and such, and I'm running a Raw program that I'm playing of the Bullet Club versus the Balor Club, and being able to make like the Titantrons and stuff like that, it just makes it so much more immersive.
And the tag team scene has been on fire of late here in WWE. And I think we're about to see another hot one.
They've been buzzing about this one ever since this match was announced.
And now the Demon Nolan's partner, Azrael, making his way to the ring. I think it was kind of funny that the announcers were saying, the tag team division is heating up. And he comes out to a big burst of fire. So that was very well timed. But now we will see if the Demon Nolan and Azrael can come out on top of a Canadian Avalanche.
We're off, and this tag team match is so volatile.
And Demon Nolan wasting no time with a belly-belly toss suplex.
Tag team contests in today's WWE are some of the best bouts in sports entertainment.
Always interested to see superstars that excel in tag team and not so much in singles matches. An art unto itself.
And hey, I still can't believe they pay me for this.
And this definitely is not a bad idea for the Demon Nolan, trying to keep Braden grounded. You don't want the muscle of the team up. You don't want him able to deliver slams and high-impact moves.
A lot more than rattle someone's cage.
Yeah, I think that rattled his brain.
And again, the Demon Nolan going straight to work on the head of Braden. But Braden seeming to have enough of that.
I'd say that's more embarrassing than anything else.
Oh, and he lands that one right to the head.
And again, those huge strikes from Braden are going to deliver a lot of impact, huge blows. We saw him deliver quite a few big right-handed punches. Oh, and just as I say that, boom, there it comes in again. Another huge right-handed punch across the jaw. Oh. Demon Nolan trying to go for a clothesline. And just a huge spine buster there.
That may be the first time we've seen that executed. He's starting to stagger a bit. This tag team match can get out of hand quickly if he doesn't mount an offense soon. And here's a
Huh. I did not know that. That's interesting to know. Yeah, the game definitely does look better each time. They improve just a little bit each time. I think the creator wrestlers definitely look better in 2K18 than they do in 2K17. Sometimes in 2K17, especially when you face them against the regular character models, they look kind of cartoonish. But Azrael going way up top. Huge back body suplex there. Right to the center of the ring. Looks like he may have taken a bit of a brunt hit off of that as well, though. Cover in the middle of the ring. 2 count, though, kicking out. Now it looks like Azrael waited a little too long. Braden able to gather himself up. But nope, Azrael, fireman takedown there. We've seen that reversal a lot tonight.
From what we've seen and heard tonight, there must be
Let's get a
serious injuries.
full Nelson suplex, it looks like.
Medical attention.
And another hard toss into the corner. And there we saw, boom, we saw that a lot earlier, that turnbuckle head slam there in the corner.
It's not ballet.
Azrael, though, wasting time, should be continuing to pound away on Braden, instead taking that time to gloat, but getting just enough time to stop him from tagging out, I guess.
Strive to be like him.
Oh, and here we go, the Demon's devastation. Boom, slamming him down, rolling him over for the pin. Everett, though, looks like he's going to break it up. Does indeed, breaks up the pin. A little too close to the opponent's corner there.
And this type of match is pure chaos. It's good they have two shoulders because they'll need to look over both of them in this one. He needs to dig way.
Looks like Azrael, Azrael indeed going for the tag, bringing in the Demon Nolan, who just goes for the pin immediately.
It's over.
Ooh, a sling blade on Everett, but Braden kicks out after 1, I believe.
He is really tired now. That tank of his
Now the tag team partners seem to be fighting in the corner. Nope, bringing it to the center of the ring. The official needs to get things back under control here as things spill outside. Will we be seeing another count out? I'd like to believe that Team Canada would go for the win on the inside, though.
Wow, that was a wild strike. Talk about missing the target.
Yeah, it looked like it was completely out of desperation.
I honestly just think that's a game balancing thing, because I've noticed that as well. Like, it doesn't matter how much health you have, like, you'll get thrown out. I guess they have to keep some realism to it.
He needs to dig way down deep if he wants to keep.
We are now to 5. We could very well be seeing another count out.
He's made a name for himself with this.
And the action could not be contained inside that ring.
What are we at? 7, I believe? Oh, boy.
When he gets going like this, there are a few better.
We are at 8. Braden with a huge toss suplex. We are at 9. And we are going to be seeing a restart of this match with a double count out. No, as much as they are just taking it to the outside, that we must have a winner at the, if they want to continue, we must have a winner. So the match is restarted. Which, honestly, it's a bad move for both teams because all the damage that they already have taken in the first round has carried over. So now they are taking just more damage. And instead of just trying to win this inside, again, just taking more damage. And it's gonna follow them. It's gonna follow them to the final, whoever does make it. Oh, I thought Braden might have been going for a choke bomb. Demon Nolan gets out of it, though, with a nice little arm drag. There's a nice little spine buster toss down there. Now Braden working on that upper shoulder area. Not really a ring technician or a submission guy. Braden very much is a striker and grappler. He will, not even so much a grappler, he will just throw you around. The Demon Nolan, on the other hand, he definitely does like to focus on the head area. He likes to try and keep his opponent grounded. Remember what I was saying about him liking to throw people around? That's the perfect example. Just manhandling them.
There's the camel clutch, and somehow he's got to take the pressure off his neck.
Yeah, you can see here, he gets him in that real loose hold camel clutch. Doesn't keep him in there long enough, though. Demon Nolan, though, taking a little bit of a beating, tagging out to Azrael. Not necessarily a bad move. Braden, though, getting the advantage here. And again, just dumping his opponent across the ring. And then striking away to the brain.
That's the first time he's ever attempted this.
And again, another huge shot to the jaw. But now tagging in Everett. Going to take a couple of minutes of rest, probably. Almost like a one-arm DDT, bringing him down. Oh, with a huge, twisting, beautiful springboard moonsault from Everett.
These guys are showing signs of pulling away here. And on top of that, John, these two guys couldn't be any more evenly matched at this point. He's really using his...
It looks like he's got him in a camel clutch of his own, almost. Everett, though, getting out of it immediately. Nice little snap suplex. And as we saw, where Braden is the muscle, Everett is the speed of this team.
Oh, you're right about that. A lot of power left in this superstar.
That may be the first time we've seen that executed.
Oh, about to say, Everett looked like he's going for, and I think, oh no, we got a reversal out of it. About to say, we might be getting a little power bomb there, but instead he gets out of it. Everett, though, Irish whipped into the corner. Demon Nolan going up top. Think we're getting a tornado DDT. Thought he might be going for the cover instead. Still working on him. A nice little short arm clothesline. And here we go. We got the, there it is, the spin out power bomb. And instead of going for the cover, thought he might try and go for the cover that time. No, now going for the cover. But the Demon Nolan kicking out. Oh, trying to go for that drop kick to the back. Demon Nolan missing. Rolls him over. Oh, thought we might be getting just a schoolboy roll up. Instead, a nice little bomb there. And again going for the cover. That foot is under the rope, official. Everett kicking out after one, though. Not sure how the official missed the foot under the rope, though. Everett now throwing Demon Nolan. I think we could be seeing the Canadian Avalanche. They've got him set up. Indeed, they've got him. They're setting him up for the Canadian Avalanche. Braden now getting the cover. Everett trying to run interference. And I'm not sure if he either kicked out or if Everett slammed them into him, breaking up the cover. A hard toss to the outside. And I got to get out of the ring before a possible disqualification. He has until the count of 5, but he is out.
That's right. That was humiliating.
He saw that one coming.
Nice little leg sweep type maneuver taking him down. Oh, now the Demon Nolan giving him a little right-handed punch of his own. He's already taken a couple across the jaw, just returning the favor. And again, another jumping right hand to the face.
There's no way he's going to be able to stand after that.
I think he's getting upset. And there it is again. Oh, I thought he was going to get him with a spear. Instead, Braden catches him and hits him with a DDT.
It's just too bad it hasn't actually finished anything for him here tonight.
Oh, we're seeing it again. Last time wasn't enough to put him away, but perhaps this time they can finish him with the Canadian Avalanche again.
There's the cover.
Braden now trying to run interference, but no, Azrael diving in there and getting him. Well, thank you for stopping by. Really appreciate it, especially the sub. I look forward to seeing you in the future and being here for more GFW stuff.
He gets out of trouble there.
Out reversing out of whatever that move was going to be.
Here's a cover.
Now the official really out of position for that count. Took him a minute to get over there.
And the ref sees the tag.
And now Demon Nolan tagging in Azrael. So Azrael, Demon Nolan's taking him off balance for a second with that punch right into the sling blade. And again, another cover.
That was relatively easy to get out of.
He's pulling out all the stops tonight.
And it looks like you're going to have to put a little more oomph on it if you want Everett to stay down.
Good move there. Hey, he's going for it again.
Oh! And a devastating toss suplex into the corner.
Down after that.
I have to say, probably not the best idea right now to taunt. His team has been pretty well ahead in this match, but they've not been able to find a way to secure that win. Yep, and boom, taking that time to gloat. Just enough time for Azrael to get over there and deliver that face smash on the second turnbuckle.
And Michael, this could be the opening he needs to pull ahead.
And again, looking for the Demon's devastation. This may be enough if it hits on Everett. But no, Everett finding a way to kick out. Let's see, I don't know if Braden was going to get there in time with Demon running interference. But I think Azrael again is going up top. We're going to look for that huge back body drop from the top rope. Yep, again delivering it in this tournament.
Folks, if you want to learn about Raw's most tumultuous period, be sure to check out the Monday Night War on WWE Network.
But now both teams probably have to be asking themselves, what more? Oh, will that be enough? Will the second rope? I believe that was the Phoenix Splash?
Man, these guys are throwing bombs. They're pulling out all the stops.
But both teams have to be wondering what they have to do to put the other team away.
You're not going to win many matches out there.
I'll say Everett has been spending a lot of the night on the outside. Constantly thrown to the outside, at least to the apron, normally catches themselves.
Look at the emotion.
Azrael trying to deliver something, but his teammate standing in the way.
What more are you willing to pay to win this match?
But this is some of that, communication breakdown that we could be seeing, since they are just two guys that were at the last minute thrown together. Nice little European uppercut. I thought we were going to see a side or a tilt-a-whirl slam or something, but no. Oh, Braden. Okay, out of nowhere attacking the official. Hopefully they are not going to be disqualified for that. Perhaps trying to stop another double count out, but very bold move to attack the official. But no, both competitors now back to the inside. So perhaps that, nice little full Nelson toss suplex, perhaps that was the best move. Not the most honorable thing to do, but if it keeps your team in the match. The third time we're seeing the Canadian Avalanche. Will this be enough to finally put away the team of Azrael and Demon Nolan? Again, going for the cover in the middle of the ring. Everett running interference. 3. And that was finally enough. A third application of the Canadian Avalanche was able to take down the team of the Demon Nolan and Azrael. So Team Canada will now be moving on to the finals. There we see one of the Canadian Avalanches. The Demon Nolan catching him with that huge jumping right hand. And there was some good tag team teamwork there, catching him off guard with that punch right into the sling blade. So even though they've been eliminated, again, here we see the Canadian Avalanche, but even though they've been eliminated, perhaps we may see the Demon Nolan and Azrael team up one more time in the future of Global Federation Wrestling.
Here are your winners, Braden Buster Bacon and Everett Edward Emerson.
I love a good tag team match, and this one was unforgettable. I mean, these teams gave us everything they had, and the WWE Universe is the true winner in this one.
And don't forget you and I, we had the best seats in the house. Without a doubt, he is among the most dominant guys on the WWE roster right now.
What a great match we just saw here on Raw. Thank you to everybody at home for choosing to spend part of your Monday night with us.
But yeah, again, you see that high-octane energy of Team Canada celebrating after their victory against the Demon Nolan and Azrael. But ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the final match of the night. The Punk Army, consisting of the Reaper and the Anarchist, will be taking on Braden and Everett of Team Canada.
We're going to witness an explosion for the vacant championship, and it's happening next. We have a team led by a real fan favorite, taking on an imposing force.
Two evenly matched teams. This should be great.
Yeah, the Punk Army taking any win they can get, getting the count out after suffering a double count out, the match restarting, but they did win with the count out, taking out the Ministry, whose supernatural powers were not able to carry them to a finals appearance. And much like the other supernatural team of Demon Nolan and Azrael, they did not find their way to take down the good old Canucks of Team Canada. So now, the Global Federation Wrestling Tag Team Championship will be decided. The culmination of this tournament came down to this final match, so we will see if the Punk Army can dethrone, or not necessarily dethrone, but just take away the opportunity of winning of Team Canada. And this is, again, our first episode of GFW. I hope you guys are all enjoying. If you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. That way, you'll definitely get the notifications about streaming and other content. There is occasional 2K18 content as well. Right now, 2K17 will be the main home of GFW, but we may move forward in the future. Character creation of fans will also be a possibility in the future. We'll see with the growth of GFW. Next week, unscheduled tournament for the GFW World Heavyweight Championship. So again, if you're liking what you see tonight, definitely may want to subscribe, hit that little notification button, so you'll know when the next event is going on. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at NTTF_show. I will tweet about streams and uploads and such things, so you'll have a better idea of, when videos are coming out and stuff like that. And if you miss anything of this, the whole stream will be available shortly after it is streamed on the YouTube channel, so you can see the very beginning to see where we reached this point in the finals match of the GFW Tag Team Championship tournament. Now, I admitted this earlier in the match, or the night. I am biased. I'm a Team Canada, probably my favorite creation I've made. Pretty much all the teams I stated earlier, all the wrestlers in GFW I made, except for one team. But we'll go back to all that in a moment. We're going to get through these entrances one more time. And coming in first is going to be the Punk Army.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Tag Team Championship. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 405 pounds, the Anarchist and the Reaper.
I have a feeling this tag team match is going to be one for the record books.
One of these competitors will be a champion when this one's over, and it's anybody's guess as to who it will be.
So yes, the Punk Army, the Anarchists in the back, the Reaper in the front. Definitely finding a squeaker in the opening match, it felt. And then getting the any way to win count out in the second round. But now, going to be facing Team Canada for the GFW Tag Team Championship. And making their way to the ring, the high energy, over the top, Team Canada.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 508 pounds, Braden Buster Bacon and Everett Edward Emerson.
The combination of these two competitors looks nearly unstoppable. And these teams have been waiting for this one, and so have I.
Busting in that high energy. We'll see if they're able to capitalize off their... They just got done with their match, so they haven't had much time to rest. So we'll see if they can, just keep bringing in that momentum. There it is, the prestigious GFW Tag Team Championship belt.
There's that title. It should finally have a home here soon.
But the titles that have not been held before will now be held tonight after this finals match.
Set to start things off here. We're ready to go.
We have a championship title without a home, but that's all about to change after this.
Oh, yeah, nothing like an alliance of two great forces to become one indomitable tag team.
But hey, this is what we signed up for, didn't we?
But yeah, right now we have starting for the Punk Army, the Anarchists, who just take a big punch to the face, and now a knee, and what looks like a long stalling suplex, able to get out of it, taking on Braden Bacon of Team Canada.
Pinpoint precision on the elbow drop. right into the center of the chest.
Also, the Anarchist trying to keep Braden on the mat. That has kind of been everybody's plan of attack for the night, is trying to keep Braden as much on the mat as possible, because every time this man is up, he is manhandling the opponents. But now Braden going for an early tag on Everett. And Everett, instead of letting him finish, tries to insert himself into the moves. Perhaps it would have been better to let his teammate finish it. Now going outside. Think we're going to see some of that high-flying maneuvers from Everett, going up to the top rope and catching him with a nice little springboard drop kick.
Quickly if he doesn't mount an offense soon.
And at this point, it looks to me like this match is as even as it could get.
I don't disagree. And one thing I'll never do is count this guy out.
Oh, Everett again looking for that. Looks like an enziguri, but again misses tonight. He's gone for that move a few times. They may have been scouting it.
If his back wasn't hurt before, it certainly is now.
And it's going to be hurting for a while.
Well. That's the first time tonight we've seen that move.
I wouldn't mind seeing it a little more often.
But now smart move getting in. The teammate Everett has taken a little bit of a beating. So now we'll see if the strongman Braden can dish out a little punishment of his own. Yep, definitely blocks it. Has him in the corner. Looks like we're going for just dropping him on the top rope head first.
And that's the way he has to be if he wants to win here tonight.
Now Braden gets him up for a nice little turning back body suplex there. I think we're looking for quick tags, trying to stay fresh. While the Punk Army may have had a little time to rest in between rounds, Team Canada definitely has not. So I think they will try to utilize those quick tags to make sure they can stay fresh. Now the Anarchist showboating in the corner instead of laying into Everett. I think if he wanted to, definitely laying into him now and trying to take him down would be his best opportunity. He can gloat after he wins the Tag Team Championship.
You could call this a good old-fashioned butt whooping.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're witnessing. A butt whooping.
He's starting to stumble here, and you have to assume his partner is just itching to get in there right about now.
Here's the deal with this guy. You can knock him around all you like. But he's just going
About to say, it almost looked like he was going for a victory lap there. Oh, tries to go up top for a nice little, looks like a diving fist drop, but instead Everett rolls out of the way, gets him up. And there it is again, that spin out power bomb. Taking him to the center of the ring and going for the pin. Now will Braden come in and try and run interference?
If he keeps up this pace, this could
Nope,
turn
not
really
necessary.
quick.
Anarchist kicks out after a 1.
Same move over and over. This is relentless.
I am getting tired of watching this. Do something different.
Toss him into the corner. Oh, some sort of reversal. Does not want to get caught up in that corner. Every time we've seen an opponent in that corner, it's pretty much been for the Canadian Avalanche. So smart move by the Anarchist there. Again going up top. Good Lord.
If they want to win this match, he really needs to make a tag soon.
Wow, these guys
That was like an inverted 450 splash. Very well done.
what we might be seeing right now.
I really like the level of respect we've
But now
seen so
Everett
far tonight.
going for that arm-held tornado DDT off the top rope.
Easy to cheer for.
I agree.
And I have to say kudos to the Anarchist's Mohawk there for not bending at all after taking a slam to the mat.
How much more of this that back can take?
The Anarchist, though, definitely going to be looking for a tag soon. Because now the powerhouse Braden back in the ring. But see, the Reaper is definitely going to be the fresher man.
Repertoire with that.
But the Anarchist not finding a way to get to his partner yet.
He gets out of trouble there.
But say perhaps with that takedown, yep, making his way to his partner finally. Very smart move, but say he's taken a lot of punishment. But now we got the Reaper in, the fresher man. He's going to start working on Braden. Oh, Braden trying to go for a powerbomb with the Reaper calling it, reversing into a DDT. Now waiting up top, perching, and just hitting him with an axe hammer. Again, taking the time to gloat right now, not the best idea. Nice German suplex. Gloat after you win that championship. Because that moment's hesitation there could cost him the match. After a quick reversal, Braden with the cover.
Nobody's surprised. Right, this guy's resilient. He's not even beat down yet.
Braden with some false attempts there. Not sure what he was looking for. But a jawbuster there to get out of that. Now the Reaper's got him up. No, and then he is scouted and reversed into the DDT. I'll say that was a big man to try and get up, so that's a lot of upper body strength the Reaper's got. Nice belly-to-belly takedown. And now again going for that submission move we saw earlier in the night. But his foot just far enough underneath the rope. Definitely want to check the ring placement next time we get into a submission move. Now Braden setting him up top. Thought we might have been seeing the Canadian Avalanche. But instead, I think we might be seeing a... Yep, here it comes. A top rope superplex. Good Lord.
Here's a cover.
Kicks out on 2. I'll say that was a devastating top rope superplex, though. The Reaper again finding a way to save a little time. Now going for the tag. And I think we're seeing it. Here comes the stage dive. Yep, there it was, the stage dive. We're going to see if they can finish it off now. Oh, Everett missing the interruption. And ladies and gentlemen, we have our first ever GFW Tag Team Champions. We'll get through some of the highlights here to get us to there it is, the replay that wins them the match. Going for the stage dive, the Anarchist going for the cover. And here we see Everett comes in, who tries to run interference, tries to break up the pin, but dives and misses. And ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you your first ever GFW Tag Team Champions.
Tag team match, and this one is unforgettable. I mean, these teams gave us everything they had, and the WWE Universe is the true winner in this one.
And don't forget you and I, we had the best seats in the house.
So ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. On the first ever episode of Global Federation Wrestling, the Tag Team Championship Tournament has been decided, and the Punk Army stage dive their way to victory and becoming your first ever GFW Tag Team Champions. I thought towards the end of the match there, Team Canada was going to find a way to get it, never finding a time to utilize the Canadian Avalanche. But the Punk Army utilizing everything in their arsenal to find a way to win this tournament. And in the beginning they looked like they stumbled a little bit against the Heartbreak Gang. They got the count out victory against the Ministry, and then just what looked like towards the latter half of that match a dominating performance against Team Canada. So there you go. In our first episode of GFW, your Punk Army is the Tag Team Champions. So thank you very much for stopping by and watching the stream, everybody. As I've said a few times throughout the stream, next week we will be having a tournament for the GFW World Title. It will be a whole bunch of new faces. None of the people involved tonight will be running for the singles title at the moment. But after we have a World Champion decided, we will be running a pay-per-view-esque event where all the titles will be on the line. I personally would love to see a rematch between the Punk Army and Team Canada. Very well fought match. But also the Intercontinental Championship will be decided. So we will have a World Champion, an Intercontinental Champion, and a Tag Champion after the first pay-per-view event. So if you guys liked Global Federation Wrestling, go ahead and subscribe, hit the notification thing. Then you'll be aware of the next time there's a stream. Follow on Twitter at NTTF_show to see tweets and updates about it. But most of all, thank you guys so much. This was really enjoyable. It's something I've been wanting to do for a while and finally took the time to put it together. So I'm glad everybody enjoyed it. Eventually we will start doing regular shows, but I just kind of want to get titles decided and then we'll figure out how we're going to run the shows. Again, we are running this on 2K17. We in the future may move to 2K18, but for right now we're going to focus on 2K17. There may be other wrestling things if you like wrestling. I have said some other 2K18 stuff. We had a Survivor Series prediction stream. Clash of Champions prediction stream will be next month before the pay-per-view event. So again, if you're into that kind of stuff, subscribe. That way you make sure you don't miss it. And depending on, how well we do, I'm definitely am open to fan created. So if you guys want to make some tag teams, specifically tag teams really right now, it's probably the weakest division. We also currently don't have a women's division. So that's also a future for GFW. But that's something to look at in the future. And, we'll play it by ear and talk about it each stream and figure out what's going on. Also, we got a lot of moves that aren't named yet. Like we had Azriel's finisher actually named tonight by a watcher. So if you're a viewer and you see something that doesn't have a name yet, toss a name out there. He used the Styles Clash. And we now call it the Demon's Devastation. I like it. I think it's a really cool move. It's a cool name. Fits it. But yeah, thank you guys so much. And I hope you guys come out next time to watch the next episode of GFW where we decide the world champion. Have a good night.